Hey guys, so this is still going to be us talking about long division with two-digit divisors. So this problem is going to look a little different, but we're going to follow the same steps. So our problem is going to be 66 is our divisor, and then 601 as our dividend. So when we look at this problem, and our first step is to divide, I'm going to look at 66. 66 will not go into 6. So I've got to put a 0 up here. So now I've got to move on to 60. 66, will 66 go into 60? No, it will also not go. So I'll also have to put a 0 up here. So now I've got to look at this whole number. Will 66 go into 601? So that is a little hard to just figure out on the top of your head. So you have to think about it using either repeated addition. So I could either sit here and add 66 up and count how many times I've added it up until I get over 601 and then go back down 1. Or I can guess and check with multiplication. So I can do 66 times 2, 66 times 3. But if we look at the number 66 and the number 601, we know if we take 66 times 10, that will give us 660. So we know that it cannot go in 10 times because we go over 660. So let's go back down to 9. So let's try 66 times 9. Okay, so 9 times 6 is 54. So we got to put our 4 here, put our 5 here. We've learned this. 9 times 6 again is 54, plus 5 is 59. Okay, so when I do 66 times 9, I'm not going over 601. I am like right under it, and I know if I add another 66 to this, it would be the same as 66 times 10, which would give me 660. So we know that 66 will go into 601 9 times. So that's where I'm going to put my 9 up here. So this really is just a guess and check, just to see what numbers you multiply it by. And if you go over this number, you just keep going down until you're right under it. So we did our divide part. After we divide, we need to multiply. So 9 times 6, we just did that over here, is going to be 594. And then our next step is to subtract. 601 minus 594 is 7. I don't have anything to bring down over here, so my remainder would be 7. So my answer would be 9, remainder 7. I know we didn't do a lot of steps up here because we had some zeros and we had to figure out how many times 66 would go into 601 by ourselves, really. So I showed you the guess and check method with multiplication. So we did 66 times 10, and that was too much. So we went back down to 66 times 9. So if you don't feel comfortable doing that, another thing you could do would just be adding 66 together, putting your 2 here because you know you've added it twice. So 66 plus 66 would give you 132, and then you would add another 66 because this 132 is not over 601 yet. And so this is my third time adding 66. And I would keep adding, and every time you add the 66, you would put your number, or how many times you've added it. So repeated addition, repeatedly adding 66. So if I added 66 9 times, it's the same as 9 times 66. So whichever way is easy for you, use that method. but it's just a guess and check kind of thing to see how many times that divisor will go into that dividend. All right, so if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.